me, Mandy, and I am here in a whole different atmosphere. I'm so excited to be here today. I'm at Mandolin Academy. It's a cosmetology school along with an aesthetic program as well. And it's in American Fork, Utah, and I am excited to bring myself in and start teaching some classes with these girls. I'm so excited to be here, you guys. I am doing a super fun video along with the slight tutorial as well. I have all these students here who are in the midst of hair school. Today we have Bronte here in my chair. She is adorable. And what we are doing to her hair is something that I want to teach all of these girls. So cosmetology school is obviously where you go to learn about hair. You learn the start of your career and you learn the basics, okay? Which you also can extend the basics. Today, what I'm doing as a color master artist, I am teaching these guys a new way to think outside of the box. This is going to be for expertise colorists, and as well as something as when they come out of the salon and they're done with hair school, this is a technique that they can use further on with their career. And I'm so excited to have these women behind me, gathering behind me and watching the way I do it. So let's first start off with a slight mini consultation. Right now, she is dealing with a slight melt ombre look, okay? It goes from contrasted to a very pretty caramel tone. She's kind of tending and going more towards a change today. So what she wants is, if you can look down, what you see here is a line of demarcation, but it's reversed, okay? So a reverse line of demarcation. That is one thing as a stylist and as a professional that I try to steer away from. She's a medium blonde. She's a natural level 7. This tone that she has through the mid-shaft color is an actual level 5-6 level, okay? So what we're trying to steer towards today on her hair is not deal with a line of demarcation reversed, okay? Because that's one thing that I don't love as a stylist. But the other thing too is when those roots come in, they almost look gray. And it almost looks like, whoa, she has not a lot of hair at her roots. So we are trying to get away from that look. We are going to be doing a balayage along with my weaving technique that I do with my balayaging. And we are going to be overlapping her hair with lightener. Okay, so let's get right to the formulation. Here at Mandolin Academy, they actually use the color line Wella, which is a beautiful color line. Nothing against it whatsoever. Me as an artist, I'm a Redken artist. So our goal with Mandolin Academy and American Fork is to get them to use Redken color. So that's our goal, that's what we want, and we are gonna make that happen. Let's just start. Her color on her head now is professional. It's L'Oreal Professional Color Line. It's not a box color, which is a big bonus for me because I don't have to feel like I'm stripping out a box color. If any of you out there in the world use a box color, stop now. It is so bad for your hair. I can go on and on and on and talk about box color. Figure out your options on how to not use box color, because I'll tell you right now, it may look beautiful on the hair the first time, the second, third time, fourth time, it's going to just trash your hair, okay? So it's great that she has a professional color on her hair. I am going to start off where she typically parts her hair. I suggested to her to start parting her hair kind of everywhere because of less damage to the parting, okay? So if you are a person who always is consistently parting in the middle, let me explain to you really quickly. Move your parting around. This is why. First of all, let's just go off of this. Let me show you, okay? So she loves the middle part because it's cute on her and she feels like it's trendy and cute. But check out that part. So cute, okay? Check out this part. Even cuter. I love the side part on her, okay? Even if you go in here and you do a wide zigzag part. So healthy and better for the hair. Okay, let me talk to you guys why parting is so important. Because if you are a person who always sticks with the same exact part, you are dealing with a lot more damage in the middle part versus all this underneath hair that has no exposure to sun, okay? So the middle part, it's constantly getting sun beaded on it. It's getting the pollution out, the outside weather. It's totally just messing with that same part all the time. Your hair is getting touched the most. People see, I mean, you're always feeling it, always touching it the most. Change up the party. You're gonna get ready to formulate. I am using the one and only my all-time favorite, Redken Flash Lift. You all know I love it. And what I'm gonna be doing on her hair today is I'm starting with the back of her head. When you start with the back of the head is going to stay on the longest, and then you end up at the sides. So what I want to do is, because of processing, I want the back to have a lower developer, and then I want the sides to have a higher developer. That's the way I move, okay? So if you're someone who can get through this head in 40 minutes, then you can use all one level of developer, okay? But I am someone who is very precise, very tedious. Every little hair counts to me. And so that way, I'm gonna just say right now, I'm not necessarily the quickest, but that doesn't matter necessarily. It's all about precision. I have this great little Redken measuring tool, which is super, super cool. This side, it shows lightener. This side, it shows developer, okay? So I'm gonna go in here and scoop this in. Make sure I even it, shake it off, and add that part in. And that equals out to 1 ounce of lightener. I'm gonna just go in here and apply 30 volume, okay? Add that into my bowl. So I'm gonna start off with a scoop, but I'm looking at this and I'm like, just kidding. She has a lot of hair, so I'm not gonna just do a scoop. I'm gonna do more because that's all I'm getting right now out of it. Head and do more, and that's what's fun about being a colorist, is you go off of your own vision. You're off of your own, mindset with what you have to do, okay? So I'm gonna go in here and actually do a solid 2 scoops. So I have a total of 2 scoops of lightener, mixing it on up. I'm gonna go ahead and I would use 1/4 ounce of Olaplex. And if you're using 1 scoop, you use 1/8 ounce. If you're using 2 scoops, you use 1/4 ounce. Dump it into my bowl. And you guys, this is so crazy. What this is doing, you guys, is this is now diluting the product down to a 20 volume, okay? So I no longer have a 30 volume. I am starting with a 20 volume in the back because, again, this will be on the hair the longest. When I get to the sides, I will move to a 40 volume, which will then give me a result of a 30 volume using Olaplex. Reason why I'm doing that is based on, want the back to be the same exact processing as the sides, okay? So that's the route I'm going today. And as soon as I'm to the sides, I will remix and I will go ahead and add in a fresh batch of lightener. So what I will be using today is my color board, MB Mesh foams. If you guys want to go get some, go get some. I have a discount code MSS20. MSS20, 20% off a box, which is awesome. And then of course I have my lightener, okay? And then today also what I will be using is my Redken Blur brush. This is super important step for balayaging, is transitioning that harsh line that's created and feathering in that color. If you do not have a Redken Blur brush, you're okay. You can use a brush, and I will show you both options. I normally, balayaging, there's so many routes you can go. You can pick up the whole chunk and leave it just like this. You totally do not have to weave out. I weave out, okay? So the reason why I like to weave, so I will take about a medium fine section. This underneath section will actually be left out. And then what I do is I'll take my color board, and this is also another trick that I have that I do that has really helped me. I'll take my color board and I will place lightener onto the board, okay?
Oh, that is great.
So I do that, that's how I start off with, and that's the reason why I do that, is so the underneath hair is saturated with product, okay? You have to make sure you're saturating with lightener, and a lot of the time as well, lightener totally dries up and it gets kind of flaky. So you want to make sure you're protecting with saran wrap. Then I place the hair right on top of that lightener. When you go here and put lightener on the bottom, it helps hold it, which is really, really nice. I start off with the mid shaft and I just kind of really paint on. I'm pressing hard, I'm saturating, but I know the underneath is getting color on it because it's completely underneath. I will drag this and I will take my brush and I will just keep doing this until I feel like, okay, it's very saturated. As you can see, my lightener is very, very thick, okay? So then, to be able to disconnect and create softness, what I do, and this is when you become artistic in this world of hair, okay? You vision eyes completely. More lightener, and I will go high, and I will actually somewhat touch her virgin color, okay? Pick it up, and I'll take more lightener and I'll go high. So I like to go high in the front, high in the middle, okay? And I will just come in here and I will just paint on just like this, okay? Then what I like to do is I never want to create any harshness, okay? So what you're going to do is take this is my method again, okay? Take a red blur brush and blend it in right through here so it's not so much bleach right there. It will transition really, really nicely. As you can already see, I'm looking at this and I'm like, okay, I can see that this can be harsh. There can be a harsh line created right here through the middle, okay? So I'm going to just take my blur brush and blur it up together and blur everything together. And that way you're going to get a transition, and it's going to go from her very caramely tones, because again, as this is in a process, this will process caramely, like her ends, and the ends, because we're overlapping, it will be blonde, okay? Then what I like to do is I'll take one of my foams here, and I will place that just like this, okay? And I will let that be. I move on to the next section. And I like to actually take and weave it because it disconnects the color. And it's just a better method. Teasing the hair at the root, always adding more product all the time. The biggest thing, and I always tell people, and this is when stylists become, I guess you can say conservative or kind of just become a little bit lazy, is they don't want to use so much product because it's more money. You have to with balayaging. The more the better. So again, just placing and again, overlapping this, you guys. This is typically something that's scary to do. You typically do not overlap already pre-lightened hair. But because I have Olaplex, and let me explain to you as I'm doing this, Olaplex, how it works, okay? All of the bonds that create your hair to stay and be healthy is being released because you're adding such a harsh chemical into the hair. What Olaplex does is it adds it right back in. So it's taking all of the disulfide, it really goes off of the disulfide bonds. You guys will probably learn all about disulfide bonds and all the bonding of the hair through the books and all that jazz. When you keep studying and all that stuff, but it will put back in all the disulfide bonds that are released. So it's pretty much the chemical reaction that's created will kind of, in reality, just fade away. It's like it's pretty much virgin hair at this point. It's getting damaged, but disulfide bonds are getting taken out, but also getting put back in. I would put saran wrap right here, to hold in heat and moisture, to the point with my client that we need to move further up with the developer. We need a little bit of a higher processed action happening. So we have Jessica here, who, let's just start off really quickly. Jessica is like amazing. She's so adorable. She's been following me through social media, and she did the cutest post about me the other day that literally brought me to tears. She's like, my inspiration is Mandy. She just went off and said all these amazing things. So I love Jessica. She's like my #1 fan. Right here, this chick right here. She'll conquer amazing things. Okay, so I'm going to have her be my little bit of an assistant here. I'm going to have her mix me up another batch of bleach. So I'm going to just need probably 2 scoops of lightener. And we're going to go off and use a 40 volume, which will be a result of a 30 volume. So I'm going to have her mix that up for me. I'm going to get her some Olaplex. Perfect, that's great. And then with 2 scoops, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you use this little guy and put it to 4 ounces, okay? Perfect, so precise, so perfect. Awesome. Okay, then I'm going to have you mix that up, and then when you're done with that, I'm going to have you fill that up to 1/4 ounce of Olaplex, okay? So once that's mixed up, just put 1/4 in there.
Olaplex, you don't have to worry about leaving it on too long either. I think a lot of girls have been nervous to leave it on like a normal bleach, but you can and not worry, right?
I don't worry about it.
Good.
I just let it process. When I see the color, I take it out.
When
I see it. Guys, so I have my cute adorable client back here. She is processing. We are about 5 minutes away from rinsing her out. We are going to mix up a toner. I'm using my two favorites, Redken Shades EQ 9T and 9B, okay? I'll be adding Olaplex into my toner so I can create as much health as possible along with all the shine that this will give it. I'm going to be using processing solution and Redken crystal clear. I'm going to show these girls how I like to apply my toner. I have my toner mixed up here. As you can see, it's turning into a pretty ashy tone. That's exactly what I need to counteract any warmth that is happening. Okay, you guys, so we just got done going through her hair and making sure Olaplex is saturated everywhere. I want to show you guys the minimal damage that happened, very minimal. A lot of people ask, show us the brush when you're done brushing it so we can see that it's really working. Here you go. Here's minimal damage, very, very little. That's literally like 5 hairs. After going in here and adding in lightener and having it sit in the hair under the dryer for 10 minutes, room temperature processed for about 45 minutes to an hour. So this is really, really, really good. Okay, you guys, so we just got done rinsing her out, Olaplex, everything is in here. This hair is wet, so look at these amazing results already while it's wet. I am now going to be using Redken Pillow Proof. This is Redken's Blow Dry Primer, and this actually blow dries the hair 80% quicker, which is amazing, and it also is a heat protectant. Very important to be using any protectant in the hair before you dry it, okay? Now what I want to do, you guys, is I want to go in here with Redken Guts number 10, and I want to just make sure she gets that amazing volume. I'm going to just pick up sections like this. Spray that just right against the root. Okay, you guys, so we are finished with the hair. It looks amazing. We love it. Okay, look at these results. It looks amazing. How do you love it?
Love it.
Beautiful transition. That's my goal. And that's exactly what we want. We don't want it to look like we tried really hard on her hair. We've chipped into her ends. We added in some slithering layers. We put a really cute bendy curl into it. It was so amazing to be here today at Mandolin Academy in American Fork. If you live in Utah, let me tell you what, this is the school to be at. Girls, do you love hair school? Yeah! Yay! if you're thinking about going to hair school, this is the place to be, you guys. Dreams can happen. It's amazing what you can do in this industry, and I love that I was able to teach these girls. They're amazing. And did you guys feel like you learned something today?
Yes! Humanity!
I'm so glad you are welcome, you guys. And also, really quick, do you guys feel like you could do what I showed you today?
Yes.
You feel confident?
Yes.
Awesome! That's what I want. That was my goal here today. You guys, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. And
Thanks, Mandy! Academy!
Okay, so I want to really quickly introduce you guys to this amazing, beautiful woman. This is Diane. She is one of the owners of Mandolin Academy. The girls here absolutely love her. I love her. She's amazing. And I'm so glad I was able to come here today.
We love you, Mandy.
Oh.
We are so excited to have you part of our school.
I'm so excited! I just can't hide it!